Pack one, pick one. Great Henge. That's what I want. Best card in the cube.
I've got it. Oops, did I drop that? Check, please. Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, it's a different format, man. For sure. It's weird with all the power level cards being there. I've never drafted a cube before this cube. It's my first cube, and it's very different than regular draft. The fuck is the first pick here? There's no super overpowered cards here. Avoya's fine. Mindstone, I guess. I don't think I want to pack one, pick one. This dude. Tap is sack 10 non-learned permanents and deal 10 damage to the opponent or something like that. I did look. Turgor did not check does not let me sack my own permanents to get them back. I mean, what card do you think they took over Cleave? These cards don't really belong in the same deck, but okay. Yeah, we got our Obliterator to do something. That won us the game. It was the only game we won with that deck. And it was because of Obliterator. The rest of it was pretty sad news. I mean, we're not in red just because we have this. What's the most interesting card in the pack? This is a shit pack. The Arena? The History? History can be played in an Embercleave deck. The mana gets sketch, but it can be played. I want to see the mono black payoffs before. I mean, maybe this is a mono black payoff. We certainly needed gas in that deck. Like, we sat there for like 20 turns with no fucking gas in that deck last game, losing to a single 4-drop. Just let some triple spell every turn. Lotus? I don't think so. Has no synergy with History. It's really dirtily. Or not History, I mean Embercleave. You guys want to go mono white? All right, we'll go mono white, Mindstone, Embercleave. We'll just get some red dual lands for Embercleave. We'll go mono white, splashing Embercleave for the face rolling. We'll of course queue into opponents with the absolute perfect removal of sweeper options for that. I think I can play this in a low down white deck still though. I think as a curve topper, Sky Sovereign's fine. It doesn't care about the mana used to cast it. It's an evasive creature, so it often gets that last bit of damage because it can't block it, and it kills a blocker as it comes into play. So it's not even super low tempo. So it doesn't seem like it on the surface. It doesn't look like a white aggro card, but I think it's okay for the white aggro card. I wonder who has all the packs on the table. So there's literally 5 people here waiting with a black screen in front of them as that guy takes his sweet ass fucking time. All right, crew is memey as fuck. Monuments for a wide deck. We might possibly end up a wide deck. We do generate tokens here. I could hope to wheel Monument and grab Ardendale. Ardendale is very slow in this format. I don't really want to. I don't want Monument till I know where we're at yet. Like, we could be that, but we might not be too. Fuck. Ugly cards for us. We don't want Idol in a deck like this. Mangara is strong, but not really an aggro card. I mean, this deck doesn't look very aggro-y outside of the Embercleave, does it? I mean, History's pretty aggro. Marshall is fine aggro, fine wide. Every white weenie deck I ever play against has this card on the turn that I look to stabilize the board. So maybe it's a blowout. Cleave on the boat. Yep. Boat's cleaving things. Blow the fuck up. Do when it deals damage too? Nah. It's attacks. It's too bad. Otherwise you could like double. I guess it's better on attack than on damage because then you remove the blocker before. Shepherd seems fine. There's a black-red duel. Shepherd's pretty versatile though. 3-1 beater if you have nothing else but protection on the other things. Duct tape the sword onto the boat. Yeah. That's right. You can put it right on the prow. Better yet, have an angel as the figurehead on the prow of that boat wielding a sword. This is Lyra's like time to shine. I think I don't want any other cards from my from the rest of my stuff in right now. We didn't get enough fixing to play Marshall, unfortunately. I don't think Blade's as good as Bone Splitter X, even though it comes with the body. So we want to cut 2 of these cards coming in. I'm looking at Usher and Mindstone out. Play the rest. The problem here is what beats us is our deck is strong cards, but this is cube. Everyone's deck is strong cards. We don't have acceleration at all. So oftentimes we get behind as other players accelerate out their game plans. And our creatures are fine, but they're not like super powerful creatures, right? They're just little red white weenies. They have lots of nice things attached to them, but they're not big butts or big boys or anything like that, right? So there's a lot of times where we just don't draw enough lands and die. Or rather, our opponent accelerates out and then we die. I don't see anything that protects us from that in our drafted cards, though. I mean, our curve ends at 4, but is there a world in which this is an 18 land deck? I really don't want Loxodon in this deck. Don't like Loxodon. What can we play instead of Loxodon? Usher? History? Helm? Bowman is super aggro, which we aren't. I don't want to do things like clear the way to let Bowman attack. We have a lot of 4 and 5 drops in our deck, so we're going to have cards that collect in our hand. So Bowmat's less good. You want to be able to dump your hand with Bowmat, then like cash it in for like 3 while you're still attacking. It's just really not here. Mindstone, and the problem is, when the hell do I cast it? I mean, I have 8 2-drops and like 4 things that cost 1 mana of a color that I'd like to hold up. Alseed, God's Willing, Shepherd, etc., right? Maybe we just play Loxodon as our weakest card. All right, what's our mana base? This is currently 8/8. So this is 9/9 with 2 castles. Do we run Castle Embereth here? Is it cheap enough that we don't care? It is a tap land if it's my first red source. Sometimes it wins us games with flyers, but not very often. This card's pretty bad. I don't know if it's worse than a mountain, though. It's very similar to a mountain in value. All right. All right. Carry us, Cleave. What do you mean it must be 40? What is this, 39? Shit, did I really not get a 40th card in? 14, 15. I have 17 lands here. I don't want another card in. Dak. Oh, I accidentally cut Showdown. How did that leave? What the fuck? Okay. Remember how I have like 9 2-drops so I didn't play Stone? And we played Loxodon instead of Stone? Which one do we want, chat? We want the red green or the white blue? I think it's the white blue. Although maybe not, since he did play this guy as a whatever. There was another play here. I could have played Elspeth and then try to draw some, wouldn't be draw this turn. I could have played Elspeth, put out tokens, and there's no, I guess there was another play. I was thinking I could Elspeth token and Loxodon, but I definitely couldn't have. I like opponent's turns. They don't really do a lot, which is nice. So we could draw cards off Elspeth. We could draw 1. Or we could just attack with both our creatures and still play out Elspeth. And he still can't attack us, and I can develop my tap land. I'm okay with that.
Find your valor and fight.
Opponent's pretty far away from a sweeper. Doesn't have double red for the red one. Doesn't have double black for the black one. Doesn't have double white for the white ones. Shit, yeah. Do it. Knock yourself out, buddy. Am I just playing this as a 4-4? I could play Spirit and draw. Maybe we do that and see what we get. Can play Loxodon here. Can do it with only taking 2 damage off. Do I want a 4-4 on this board? Sure. The other play was Bone Splitter and develop, get in for 6. I mean, he could just plains and then sweep us, I guess, but he could have also swamped last turn and swept us. So who knows? Pump the Rune Blaster over the Mentor. The Mentor is something I value higher in keeping alive, but is less likely to be attacking into a board, right? So Rune Blaster having the token means I can throw it at him. Alright, so how much evasive damage do we have? So if I maul and Bone Splitter the Loxodon and attack with all, he blocks the biggest ground-based creature, which is 3. And he takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. I'll do that. Can we red castle? We might have been a red castle and Skyclave maybe, but we always want a Skyclave there. I think there's probably multiple routes to kill him. The fact that he's tapped out and we have a route to kill him means our play is as good as any other play. So could we red castle? Maybe. Opponent had all the dual lands, but all of his dual lands were tap lands, which feels pretty bad. I would like to turn my Magna sideways. No, do not remove it. Don't look at it. Don't touch it. Don't read it. Just fucking play your tap scry land and pass your turn. Not mountain. No. Dude, you played island first. Don't get to have 2 mana removal from my Magda. Fucking asshole. So salty about that. Now instead of accelerating out Phoenix or Chandra, I get to take a turn off. The number of 2-drops in this deck, how am I ever... Why am I taking off every turn 2? Or every turn 3 anyways. I mean, he can have any counter here. What do I prefer to have resolved here? I guess I prefer the Chandra, but I only have 1 threat if this gets countered. So I think I prefer to have this resolved, and I also prefer to have it countered. Guy runs negate. As I said, there could be any counter in the format. It's as likely to... I mean, it feels unlikely that he's running negate compared to the other ones, but it does feel like could have been anyone there. And he could have, for example, another counter here too. We're going to flood a little bit. We're now up to 6 lands. We kept a 3-lander. Maybe I should have kept that in hand. I'm not sure. Presumably we can use our mana one day. Okay. Such a bad draw. Easy 4 mana, 1 damage on an empty board for both players on turn 6. Nice. Oh no! I thought it was a fucking 5/3. I'm not even sure the Abrade was worth it, by the way, chat. Not for the fact that it was a 5/4, which is bad enough. But part of me is like, Abrade can remove a blocker, where Swift Response can only ever remove attacker. So, forgot to pump my guy because I'm so tilted off that last play. I'll play land. BM Abrade. It's something. It's definitely something. I think this is a dominance castle play. Oh, come on. Could have killed it in response if I had my fucking Abrade. Just trying to figure out if we can beat that. I mean, if we remove it, it comes back to us. So Sky Sovereign's alive, draw. I guess the Exile one isn't because it will not be good enough. It's too bad. I'm really bummed out we hit that 5/4 with the fucking 3 mana removal spell. I definitely thought it was a fucking 5/3. I'm like, Braid will kill it, no problem. Doesn't he get the token? But he can't, it does, but it goes back to my graveyard, so it doesn't matter if he gets the token. Because he doesn't have a Phoenix to rebirth.
What must be done.
How many lands are we at right now? 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 8 lands, 7 playables. Feels good.
Respond to genius.
Okay. I think he does get. I'm like 99% certain he gets the token, but I'm also 99% certain that I'm 100% certain that he can't dig up a Phoenix from my graveyard. So, and I feel like this is counter magic being held open. Well, the sad part is, chat, that the misremembering the Sharks' life total, the Sharks' toughness, just has cost us the game, right? Like, we actually win this game otherwise. Because we have answers to the Phoenix being stolen. So, it's a punt. It's a punt for the worst reason, right? It's a punt because you don't remember the fucking power and toughness value of a card. Which kind of sucks. So it's not like, you know, there's a decision whether or not to Abrade. I mean, there's obviously no decision to Abrade. But imagine Abrade did 4 damage. There's a decision whether or not to hold their situational versus the immediate mana value one. But like, that's it, right? That's the only decision we had there. Anyway. I really don't want a 5th land in this hand. Couple plays here. The fact that I don't have a turn 3 play makes this harder. He can't counter. He can protection. I think it's good enough value here to just Bone Crusher on my turn. I could also just take 2 and see what shows up. Just trying to think what else black. I mean, there's a lot of other more valuable black-white creatures, right? So I might end step it instead. I don't want it to get protected. Yeah, like that's a card. And now I have my 3-drop play. Giants on 3. That's why I'm talking about making Giant the only play we play on 2, because we have 3 2-drops we could have chosen from. And this one challenges the board just as well, right, as a first striker. It's terrifying. That was the card we wanted to wheel. It's Felidari's Retreat pretty early in this set, or early in this. I don't remember what we took over it though. I think that would have been better for him next turn, right? Holy shit. Does this turn keep going on from you, opponent? You're going to create a 2-2 and you're going to... Yeah, okay. That's a little bit unfortunate. We did have 1 more mana. Going to create a 2-2. Make all your 2-2s into 3-3s and Vigilant Attacker while also playing a Planeswalker. Feels very, very, very dishonest. Five means he can double block. White tokens means I have chump blockers. I always kill Kaya. I'm willing to trade Giant for a 3-3. It is 6. I guess it's not. I guess it's for 2. Fine.
Of a hero beats within your breast.
Kind of questionable, no artifacts, but it's very likely he has a 3-drop or a creature with 3 toughness or less next turn.
Well, this wasn't what I signed up for.
Oh. Wow. Okay. You can concede opponent after that. It's fine.
Rally to me.
What's the exile? 4 others? Okay. Not wrong on cleric value. But we aren't close to killing him yet, so. And he's got fucking stupid ass Felidars retreat up there. Which is brutal. Another 2-2. Okay. It's a good one.
I will do my best to support you.
Okay. I hate Boros for exactly this reason with the flooding. Exactly this reason. We have such a high value deck if we can draw the fucking cards, but if we just only draw lands in each of these playthroughs, like, the fuck are we gonna do about that? So you always can jump the wall. So this is just attack with the 4/3. And then I go wider, I think. Do I also recast the Planeswalker this turn? I can do it twice this turn. How much mana do we have? 4, 8. 6 to escape though, so the answer is no. Well, I don't have to have the token. I do want to re-resolve it. Okay. Thanks, Delando. I had fun with that stream. Oh, it's -2 for the fucking tokens. Shit. I thought it was -1 for both. I guess I wait a turn then. Generate the castle. Get one more token. Card's terrifying. It's a big boy. 6 mana. It's like a million. Goes up to 8 health, really? It's like a good new game plan. Could remove the token and go around. I don't think so.
I know. I am hot, aren't I?
Obviously, don't -3 his knight. Yep.
You're going down.
Actually fits my curve nicely here and fits the fact that I want to get Elspeth in the graveyard. Gains +6/+6, so it goes to 8, right?
Find your valor and fight.
Oh, I'm so excited he's traded off with that fucking knight. Oh, he's trying to bait me. He's trying to bait me. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a different format, man. For sure. It's weird with all the power level cards being there. I've never drafted a cube before this cube. It's my first cube, and it's very different than regular draft. It's a good kill card for next turn. I say, I can probably get to 8, right? So if I minus Chandra, kill the token, Rebirth, Elspeth, can get to 8. 8 is not 10. 9 if I attack with the other token. So it's a next turn thing.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
I can escape my past no more than I can escape my shadow.
He can double pump again. I have a kill for next turn. Especially if I go wider. So I think I just go wide here. Shit, I just missed lethal. So what if I... Okay, maybe I haven't missed it still. Problem is if I have to remove the 1/1 before I do it. I think I might have missed lethal with Chandra. Because then I could have... If I had just done this instead, I could have minus still, then outspeeded to make invulnerable, then plus on 2. But not, I can't get both 1/1s. What if I post both 1/1s? No, it's 6 still. It's 6 all the ways. Okay. Thought I just missed lethal there. Alright.
Together, we can exact justice.
Okay. Okay. Second white creature token. I can't remove the knight. He's at 8. He has 1 lifelink, so he's at 9. If I let him eat giant and make 3 3/3s, he blocks 2 of them. He takes 4. Chandra of ulting wins this game too, so I certainly don't want to minus here. I guess I can look first. I can only make, right, I can get +2 +1 +2 +1 and transfer the thing. So it's a 4, a 3, a 3, and a 3. It's not enough to kill him. Even with protection, because he's got 2 white blockers and I can't remove the knight. Yeah.
Oh, today's my lucky day.
Nope. It's not good enough. Give protection to the giant, because both the white creatures can block this, and the black creature can block it too. And to focus the damage to, I mean, this is 6 now. To focus the damage to kill him, I have to have it stacked, right? Okay. I guess I'll throw out another lethal threat. And just wait. Okay.
If you are going to fight, fight beside me.
And if you just mean I have an attack with the giant, if I give it protection from black, I don't want to trade. I don't want to trade the giant for 2 tokens, and I don't want to. I don't want to miss my lethal next turn, right? Like I'd rather just kill him. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing onboard lethal when I was counting through it. I mean, that was a pretty good top deck. Still loses. I mean, nothing matters from here. This is all token blocking. No pun intended. I wasn't sure we were gonna beat the land drop enchantment. Seems very strong. I can't imagine how strong that must have been in the set where it came out in, when you're just doing regular drafts where not every card is that power level. It must have been like a pack one, pick one, like break the game open kind of thing. That 4 mana enchantment that gives you either a 2/2 cat or a +1/+1 and vigilant, a +1/+1 counter and vigilant to all your creatures every fucking cast. Card is nuts.